Hey guys, let's do a deep dive on this latest super cool bracelet that I made with over 5.5 carats of black diamonds. I really want to show you guys because I really loved making it, and it's not as often that I get to make men's jewelry, so let's dive into it. So this design was actually based off of a pre-existing pendant that I had already made this client. It was this cool dog tag with a honeycomb pattern. This was a really challenging piece to make because if you actually look really close to it, I made the honeycombs different heights, which means that you can't just polish it if they're all different heights or it'll wear down the top layers. So for that exact pendant, we actually had to create the honeycomb in multiple layers, separate them, polish them, and then reassemble them like Lego. He's now come back to make a bracelet, which is why we pulled from the original concept so it looks more like a set. I love these projects because the clients kind of give me like a carte blanche of doing whatever I feel like doing. So he let me do the design, and I had originally thought about doing kind of like flat honeycombs with like black diamond pave in it, but it just felt really boring. I was just like uninspired. I was like, no, this is not the concept. So I started doing research of like men's jewelry, and I found it really nice to have, you know, multiple bracelets like layered, whether it's like leather bracelets mixed with chain, mixed with beads. I thought it looked really cool. And so that's why I decided that instead of doing like flat, we're gonna do beads, which is where the concept came in of making the beads out of honeycomb pattern. And I also like that it kind of looked like little grenades, which feels very fitting for men's jewelry because it just looks like manly or whatever. So now that the concept has been approved, I always meet with my team to kind of go over like the fabrication of it. You need to kind of plan these big projects out to make sure that everything, you know, like runs smoothly. It's the easiest way to build it because you can design jewelry and make it in 100 different ways. So you need to find the best optimal way of designing it, which is why we always meet. So now we sent them to cast and we're basically having to prep them. The one thing that we always want to keep in mind when doing these little pieces is you have to be very meticulous when it's cleaning them. When they get casted, they kind of have like this abrasive surface, so when you're cleaning every angle, you need to clean it really well without removing too much metal, because that's when the design is going to get faded and you want to keep those sharp angles and like defining edges. So that's like the hardest part in this project and the longest part. Once we've done the primary cleaning, we are then basically assembling it and soldering it by laser. There's different ways of soldering. Oftentimes we'll use laser when we want to hit a very specific spot. This was the best route for this bracelet. Then I went to see Robert and I picked up the stones. We use black diamond. He's calibrating every little one for me, which is like really nice. Very long. And we chose black diamond because it looks very masculine, you know, in comparison to like, let's say black sapphire. It has more of a metallic look, which is why I do prefer it. It also has a little bit more shine to it than other black gemstones. If you do want to learn more about black gemstones, we have an entire video breaking down the best options. But yeah, so we picked up the 5.5 carats of black diamond. We also added little accents of rubies inside the hearts to kind of like make them pop. Super cute. And now it's off to the setters. My client's actually a huge U2 fan. And if you don't know U2, the classic symbol that they have is like a little heart in a suitcase. And so we put that on the back of the original pendant. And he doesn't know this, but I did it for him anyways because I know he's gonna like it. I actually recreated it on the bracelet itself. So I put his initials on one side, and then on the other side I actually put like a little heart in rubies, and I added a little charm, which he may or may not like, but whatever. It was a gift to him that I wanted to make. So if he doesn't like it, he'll just remove it. But it's a little suitcase with the diamonds on it, and it's just so cute because men can have charms too. Now that the stones are set, we give it one last final polish, and voila. So as you can see, it came out beautifully. I'm very excited to make this project because, you know, there's so many different styles of like chains and bracelets that you can have. And this, again, I really love because it's definitely something that you can layer. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Very fun project to make. My name is Dominic Flux. If ever you want to see our short form content, you can always hop on over to our Instagram or our TikTok, Dominic Flux. And yeah, thanks for watching. If ever you're looking for custom designs, just send me a DM and I'll be happy to help.